I have nobody.
Yeah, you don't.
Only Chris Wu is my shorty.
I know, right? Feel you. Okay, good shit. I think we're live. Pretty sure. Yeah. Cool. Okay, Steven. Ooh.
Yes.
Let me get my notes out. Oh my god, this is going to be a nice podcast.
Very nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna get myself a drink.
Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm both. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
You're drunk. You're drunk. You're way drunk.
Are you saying the really to me? Are you saying the really to me?
That you're drunk.
Amazing performance. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Steven. How are you doing?
I am good. Are we starting?
I think so. I hope it's good. Cause maybe I'm just gonna ask my brother to check the stream real quick.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know when you want to start. I'm playing Pokemon.
Okay. Alright, he saw it. So just talk a little bit. Steven, talk. How was your Chinese New Year?
What
Do
should
you
I?
like the Xi Jinping?
You are Xi Jinping.
You know, I was worrying about the
Xi Jinping's
AI
35 ping.
picture. Like, who's the real one? Like, who's the Chinese and who's the German?
And
Yeah, I just put me at the left one, because the left one is definitely more, how should I put that?
what the fuck are you talking about?
The picture I showed you earlier, created by the AI.
Yeah, it's really shit. What the fuck are you, like, what AI are you using?
I forgot. It's like, let me check.
Because there are better ones.
Yeah, definitely. I was using Deep AI.
I can make one right now.
Alright. Yeah.
I'll make something better.
Okay. We can actually start our
I
podcast
think
now, I
it's
think.
novel AI
Steven, are you ready?
image generation. Yes. What's up?
Okay, I'm gonna start the podcast then.
Uh,
Are you ready?
wait 1 sec.
No, you have to be ready
I wanna
now.
see if I can make a better picture.
You
I
can
wanna
make
see
it.
if I can make a better picture.
Bro,
1 sec.
of course you can make a better picture. Have you seen how shit this picture is? It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Deepfake.
that's why I want to make a better one.
Who's deepfake? We're about to talk to Paul Spinker.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I have a feeling it's my friend. But who knows? Steven, are you ready for the podcast?
1 sec.
I've been streaming for 4 minutes, Steven. I
Good
should
for
Google
you.
a deepfake. I should deepfake myself. Oh, is that like a name of an AI just creating pictures for us? That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, how do I?
Who is not looking like an orc? Oh, the picture we created.
Need
It's beautiful. Steven.
Wait, where is it?
Joel, you should just be ready for our podcast.
One sec. Sorry. Let me figure this thing out.
Steven, we got viewers, you know what I'm talking about? Like, they're waiting for this all year long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry.
I would like the dog filter from Snapchat. I think that would make me cute.
How does it
See, what the
take me
fuck?
to-
Have you seen the picture I
What?
created? They were amazing, okay? We should just start a podcast.
You should start a podcast?
Yes, I've been saying that for like 5 minutes now. Are you ready?
Or start.
Okay, drum roll. Welcome to the Evening Breeze podcast, where we discuss a wide range of topics that affect our daily lives. I'm your host, Jean, and today I'm joined by my friend Steven from China. Welcome to the show. To start off, I'd like to ask you a fun question. What habit have you picked up this year? We also want to know if you have any goals for the year ahead, and if there's any news that impacted your life recently. As we move on to today's topic of discussion, we'll be talking about AI and its impact on our lives. Steven, have you ever had a chance to try out ChatGPT, the AI-powered language model? If so, what do you think of it? We also want to discuss how AI is going to affect our university life and if AI like ChatGPT can replace lower-level programming workers. How do you think we should see ChatGPT? No, this is the fucking ChatGPT generated introduction. You shut up. As a replacement or tool for workers. Lastly,
Guys,
no. We will also be talking about AI used for other things, such as video editing with Veed. This software is able to cut podcasts and longer videos into snippets for us to use later on platforms such as Instagram and YouTube Shorts. It's exciting to see how AI is being used in new innovative ways. So that's a brief overview what we'll be discussing today on the Evening Breeze podcast. We're excited to dive into these topics with you. Steven, let's get started.
I'm already died because of cringe.
Yeah, well, this is the AI generated introduction. How do you like it?
I mean, I don't like. I can't speak.
Why? Yeah, you
Where
can't speak.
do I talk?
You know, there was no point for you to talk. Well, obviously, our topic of discussion today will be about AI. But first, let's sort of like get a warm up for the podcast. I was thinking that I'm going to ask you some general questions about how your life is, etc. Because we haven't been talking in the podcast for a very long time. So, yeah. How are you doing, Steven?
Why, why do you sound like an AI?
Because I am an AI. Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're literally just asking me AI generated questions.
No, this is not. Actually, I wrote these down myself. But thank you. I take it as a compliment.
Okay. So who's the AI?
You're the AI. You fucking idiot. Okay, so
I
let's.
am not.
Yes, let's. Come on, let's start the podcast with some fun questions. So, I wanted to ask you, have you had any habits which you picked up this year? Was there anything new? Any goals you've set to
Wait,
yourself for this year?
so this question is generated by you, not the
Yeah,
AI.
this is generated by me. Yeah, we're not talking about AI yet. Which is a
So
general
you're
thing.
lying then. You said that the entire intro was generated
The
by
intro was
AI.
generated, but I was inputting our well, how should I say, our timetable for today. So I inputted that, but the input came from me. So I can obviously ask these questions now, right? Without feeling bad or anything. Can't I?
So you're being controlled by an AI.
No, I'm not Steven. Can I do a podcast with you?
I mean, yes, but can you just talk normally?
I am.
You're being kind of cringe right now.
I'm not.
Yes, this is not how normally. This is not normally how you talk.
No, I'm trying to talk very clear so you can understand me better. And also the people out there who might not be familiar with the English language, you know what I'm saying?
Then why are they listening to this podcast?
Well, because maybe they want to learn English. See, why are you making this so hard for me? I was just asking you a question.
Yes, but then you sound strange, which I don't like.
Why are you being so sus about me? I'm literally not an
I
AI.
mean, you're the one that's being sus right here.
I'm no, I swear. Swear.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So were there any habits you picked up this year? Or like, do you have any goals for this year? Because we just started the new year.
I
Also,
think New Year resolution is cringe.
well,
Yes,
I can't have.
that's my opinion.
Well, so you don't have any New Year resolution? Nothing?
You know what annoys me the most?
What? People posting about their New Year's resolution?
Every January, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many people at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck is the point?
It's
It's
a
like there's like,
resolution.
oh my god, it's a new year. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna be healthy. Yeah, and then after like 2 weeks they're gone. But
Yeah,
then it's just annoying, right? There's so many fucking people. Like,
yeah.
why?
Well, it's the same for me. I don't go to the gym, but I do go jogging now, like as a habit. And in the beginning of January, there were so many joggers. It was actually incredible. Like the whole park was filled with joggers. And I was like, yo, go. And like very overweight people as well. But, after the first 2 weeks, it's exactly as you said, all gone. So, yeah, too bad,
Yeah,
huh?
that's why I think like New Year doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
You
But
should just live however you want to live. If you want to make New Year resolutions, you're fake, just like Jean-Philippe in the beginning of this episode.
yeah, I was kind of fake because I was literally reading the script of an AI generated introduction, which was
Yes.
pretty cool, right? Well, furthermore, are there any like
Yes.
news which have impacted your life? Anything new going on in your life? Besides,
My apartment got flooded.
how did that happen?
Besides that,
Uh,
because American people do not know how to handle the cold weather.
hmm, hmm. Well, where do you live actually? What's your exact address? Could you please tell the
What do you
audience?
mean?
Nah, but like, what kind of climate do you live in?
No thanks. Southern U.S. So I guess yeah, it's just people here aren't used to below freezing temperatures.
I heard like in
So I
Texas.
guess they didn't take the necessary precautions for extreme coldness, I
I
guess.
I heard last year in Texas it was horrible. Like people didn't have electricity for like I think for like a couple of days or like even a week. Pretty bad. Well, I'm happy that I just have to pay like
It's in
triple the
summer.
price for my electricity and heating right now, but I mean otherwise I'm doing fine. I can't complain. Do you want to know one thing?
I think that was in summer. Can I speak? Why you keep on cutting me off?
Well, you're lagging. It's not my fault, is it?
Fuck Discord. Alright. What did you say?
There's actually something which has not really impacted my life, but there's some spicy news which is kind of funny. Do you know the liquor chartreuse?
Mm, no.
It's like a green liquor, and it's like elixir, which is brewed close to the Alps, and it's brewed by monks. Okay, and it's supposed to be the elixir of life. Okay, so basically, back then they were trying to find like an elixir for life
Uh,
to gain immortality,
uh-huh.
and it's like a very like it's
And
a
it's alcoholic.
yeah, it's a herbal liquor with like 55% of alcohol. And recently, in the last 2 months, okay, like you couldn't find it at the supermarket or like any liquor store in Germany at all. And like apparently it was worldwide that there was sort of like a chartreuse shortage, okay? And it's actually quite an important liquor to, to mix in the cocktails. And recently they just sent out an email to everybody who was like an affiliated partner with them. And they were like, you know what, to preserve the earth and everything, the future and all that, we don't want to make more chartreuse, even though the world needs it and people want to buy it. But we're just not gonna make it. We're just gonna make as much as we want. And yeah, well, hope you're all doing fine. That's it. Pretty well sad actually, and it's sort of like it's
But
like
I thought
hmm?
monks cannot drink. I thought
Well,
monks cannot drink.
actually, they're the people who invented beer as well, so they definitely do can drink. I mean, if you just like,
Okay. So German monks are different.
well, maybe we're just better. Mm-mm-mm. Anyways, so that was like one of the
Because like
news.
isn't like being a monk about cutting off your desires?
Yeah, but
I
alcohol would be a
legit thought of
desire, right?
it is.
Well, obviously it is. I'm just joking.
Alcohol is a drug.
Is it? Anyways,
Mm.
so let's go to our actual topic of discussion today, because we want to talk about AI today, right? And especially about the AI called ChatGPT. Have you actually tried it before?
Yes.
It sounds like an interview about the drug. Have you ever tried this drug
I
before?
mean, this lag is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
Like, cause like it's a 3 second delay.
Well, I mean, you're calling in from
I'm
America.
thinking, do you want to find a solution to this? No, but like, why is it just lagging on Discord?
It's just like on Discord.
Yeah, cause like if I'm on Facebook, that's fine. Wait, since you're recording,
Mm.
like what are you recording with? You're just
OBS.
recording you're using OBS, right?
Yeah.
So we can technically go on Facebook.
We could, yeah. Let me try to
So
do
yeah.
that. Okay. So I'm gonna fix that. One sec, y'all. We have to cut this out.
Me?
Of course you.
No.
Why?
Just no.
Okay, it's loading a little bit. I feel like my computer's working a lot. Okay, I'm gonna call you on Facebook.
Oh,
These are these. Oh my Jesus. Yo,
Yo,
can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay. Could you put yourself up a little bit louder?
I think this is the loudest I can be.
Okay, then I'll just make it louder. Say something.
Hello, hello,
I think it
hello.
should be fine. All right. Okay.
On Facebook is not lagging.
Uh-huh.
On Facebook is not lagging.
Okay, yeah. That's a little bit better. But I think the quality is a little bit worse as well. Anyways, so yeah, so I think we're just gonna catch up from the spot where I wanted to ask you about ChatGPT. Have you ever
Mhm.
tried it?
Yeah.
How do you try it? What do you do with it?
I mean, you just go on there and then you just fuck around with it.
No, it's not nice, Steven.
What do you
Why
mean?
would you fuck around with AI? Like, what are you, like an IT student? Damn.
You call me IT student one more time, I'm leaving.
All right, so in general, what do you think of it?
I mean,
Did you have a pleasant experience fucking around with the AI?
it definitely has like its limitations. Like it's still not perfect.
Yeah.
Like that's why like a lot of people are freaking out about it, but I'm just like it's still I feel like it's still kind of stupid.
You think it's stupid?
Yes.
Have you tried it for coding, if I may ask?
Yes, but it's just I mean it can't do the basic level shit,
Yeah.
but like anything like a bit more advanced, it start to tend to make mistakes.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. And then you actually have to correct it and look over these things. But have you ever tried just like using it like in snippets? Like you have a piece of code and you want to correct it and you ask the AI to do that?
Mm, not yet.
Okay, you should definitely try that because from my understanding, it's working out pretty well and many coders are using it also right now as a tool, to like just see where the code is going wrong. Like back in the day, like many coders they have like this little duck on the side of their computer to basically talk the code to the duck and explain the code to, and that way they would find like where they would have gone wrong.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think this is sort of like similar right now. You don't talk to the duck right now. You just take a code, copy and paste it into ChatGPT, and well, then ChatGPT will go through the code, explains what you're doing, and then it will actually give you an output for like, well, basically what you can improve on, how you can make it better, right? And like improve your code and correct it and etc. It's really cool.
Yeah, but it it can write like low level stuff like the entirety of it too.
Yeah, but don't you think like
So
this is also
not even.
like many people are using this actually?
Hmm.
This lower level thing isn't that like what many companies actually need? They just need like the lower level of coding, not like the very advanced ones in most cases.
Yeah, that's true, but then it's just like you still have to like personalize it to fit into your scenario, I
Yes.
guess.
But I feel like in general it's sort of like it could be taking a lot of like lower level course jobs, coding jobs, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's actually quite scary because back in the day people were always thinking, well, if I go into programming, I will always have like a job security, right?
Hmm.
And I feel like AI is just like literally just in its footsteps, right? It just started out.
Yeah, but it's eventually going to happen. Cause like look at how many like people compare the stuff that's going on right now to the industrial revolution back then, right?
Yeah, kind of. It is like this, no?
Yeah, and then like it's bound to like some people's job is gonna get automated.
Yes. And so you also
But
believe in
I
that.
mean, like look,
Mm-hmm.
you can't just have I still feel like that you need someone that has some degree of knowledge in coding to run ChatGPT.
Yes, that's true.
So like, so it's not completely doomed.
Yeah, but it's like a lower level job then, right? Coding, basically.
Mm, yeah, I mean, I guess you just don't need as many people as you did back then. I
Yes,
mean,
and I think that's crazy because, as I said, the job security was always thought to be there when
mhm.
you would start as a computer engineer, as an example, or like a data scientist. Yeah. So, has it actually, have you like heard in your university that it has affected you somehow, or like the people in your university?
I mean, the most obvious case is that the professors they're giving out warnings.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 'cause I am like right now technically I'm in the faculty like surf circle
Mm-hmm.
group, and then they basically made an announcement before the start of this semester
Mm.
that you need to communicate with your student on the proper use of ChatGPT.
That's crazy. That hasn't
Because
happened
like,
here yet.
what do you mean?
I mean, I'm also going to university and I'm also working for the university, but something like this hasn't happened really.
Yeah, because think about the lower level coding classes.
Yeah.
Like so basically this announcement was sent out by one of the professors that's teaching like that's mainly focusing on teaching the first year, second year level like
Students.
computer science classes,
Yeah.
right? So like normally some of them are like introductions to coding.
Yeah.
So they're doing some really basic level stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously, their like projects, their class project, their like homeworks and stuff like that can easily be solved by ChatGPT,
Yeah.
which I actually tried out myself too. I like took some project that I remembered
Mm-hmm.
that we were tasked with well when I was taking that class,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, ChatGPT can just write you a code that runs perfectly and solves the problem within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Mm. No, I totally get that, but I think even I mean not just computer classes, I mean also like the other sciences or like even when you just have a report to write on, you could
Hmm.
use ChatGPT as just like to write something for you.
Yeah.
Has there been
So yeah,
any
the
warning about that?
yeah, the interesting thing is just like I feel like because of this, I'd say like within these years, I feel like education is gonna have a different like it's gonna definitely change people's approach towards education.
Yeah, because like back like for me, even now I still have to write reports. Like I have something called a research lab
Hmm.
and where I have to do experiments and after that write a report about it. And in theory, I could just feed ChatGPT with information.
Hmm.
I could just like copy and paste basically my entire lab script in it and tell the outcome and would write me a perfectly fine essay about it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if I would hand that in, it would actually be considered, it should be actually considered a fraud, right? Because I didn't write that. But it is, you can't really find out that ChatGPT wrote that.
Yeah, there's no way of detecting,
Not
at least
yet.
for yeah, but I mean, cause uh, do you know how like stuff like this works?
I guess it's just an incredible, huge amount of information, which,
Yeah, but to some degree, it also has like a skeleton, like it has a skeleton model.
mm-hmm,
So technically, I think that's what people are doing right now. So you can actually make AIs to detect,
and another AI.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that works for sure, but for now it doesn't work, right? And imagine, okay, if somebody is doing like the bachelor thesis or like the master thesis or whatever, right? And they use ChatGPT, okay, hand it in, and then like let's see in like 2 or 3 years there's like an AI which can detect every other AI, right?
Yeah. That's why like
What are they
I
gonna
feel
do
like
then?
if you're doing something like that, you're just stupid. No, but like there's multiple cases of when people gets their degrees revoked.
Yes, yes,
So like it's just like don't cheat because if you're cheating at the end, you're just cheating yourself.
yeah,
Still, like eventually somehow you're gonna get fucked up.
for sure, for sure. But like, I think many. So for example, I have students sometimes like who I have to work with, who like from universities outside of Germany. Let's say, I had like really bad experiences. For example, with students from India
Hmm.
who like did not know how to scientifically write or like to quote, and maybe it was just a couple of cases where it was just like unlucky because like the thing is I also worked with people from India who like were very excellent of with what they were doing, right? But there were cases where they did not know at all how to use these things, right? Like just quoting citation and all that they didn't know. And if they have like access to something like ChatGPT, like their quality will become even lower, right? Because they will apparently their universities don't really care about citation, etc., or like scientific writing, and then people will just use ChatGPT for assignments, and that's it. They will not learn anything.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying like at the end you're just cheating yourself.
Yeah,
So
I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, like right now there's like really no way of preventing it. I feel like in, imagine like the people in high school, right?
oh man, they will just use it for their homework.
Yeah,
I
like
remember in high school back then we were also allowed to write on computer, because actually in German high schools you're only allowed to write by hand. They don't let you write
I
per
mean,
with computer
even back then some of the classes, I think you never took history, but like in history we have to handwrite.
as well. Okay,
Hmm.
well, but like in all the other classes we were just able to like hand in by computer,
Yeah,
and I mean it's crazy, right? What this
yeah.
tool would offer the people. So how do you really see it? Like what
I mean, even like say like you're supposed to handwrite it. Like there's nothing stopping you from
handwriting?
yeah, rewriting, just copying whatever. That still saves more effort than you writing it yourself.
Yeah, I guess so, but at least you're writing it down at least. It should sort of prevent it from you copying something, right?
Yeah.
But in any regard, like, how do you think we should see ChatGPT? Like, is it a tool? Is it something to do our assignments with? Are we even allowed to use it? Should we use it, or should we just ignore it? Do you think it will improve in future?
I mean, it's definitely like it's a really powerful tool, but it's the thing with every tool, right? Like there's like there's the advantage and then there's a drawback. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if you actually use it for like something that you shouldn't be using it for, then I feel like that doesn't really serve its purpose. Like if you're just using it to fucking cheat and shit like that, then it's gonna hurt yourself more later on than you're benefiting from it. But if you're using it in like say like that's why like I actually read an article like maybe like 2 days ago where like they were interviewing a bunch of people in the educational field like
Mm-hmm.
teachers and then it's like um I guess yeah just something like in the area of that and then they're saying like you should encourage people use that as an assistant tool rather than um just like relying on it blindly because
Yeah.
like if you ask someone it's like oh it's like i- imagine you're in school right and
Mm-hmm.
then your teacher would be like oh don't use chat gpt like just like you shouldn't be using this for your homework blah 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 do you think people will actually listen no like the more you say don't do anything the more people is actually gonna do it
Yeah.
so I think like they were saying the right approach is to ask people to actually utilize that thing in a positive way. Say like
Exactly.
if you're writing an essay, like you can use ChatGPT, but then just read it yourself and then see what kind of stuff it is coming up with and then incorporate that in your own work.
Yeah.
Like that's completely okay. Like that's just referencing.
What do you think about like for example, I've been using it as well for like my coding, and whenever I have like a problem, I would just like copy and paste my code in it and sort of like give it like a reference about what I want to do, and then it's helping me. But the thing is, like most of the times I cannot just like copy and paste the code it's giving me. I always have to like adjust it to my preferences.
Yeah.
And but I feel like I learn a lot because it is sometimes doing things
It,
in another way.
essentially it just skips like normally you will have to look something up like that
Yeah,
by
like Googling
yourself.
it, right?
Yeah. So
Exactly.
it essentially just skips that step.
Yeah, so for example, like for like a snippet of code where it would usually like it would take me like an hour to like, just find it and then adjust it for myself. ChatGPT is giving me this like in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
And I
it's
can
kind of
just
like
read it and I can understand it and it's like
it's kind of like you just have a private tutor for free.
exactly. It's like Google in stereo. It's like this is how I see it
Yeah,
kind of.
that's why do you know what's going on?
Hmm.
I don't know how true this is. I've never heard any official statement,
Hmm.
but based
China
on
is buying
people's
ChatGPT.
well not China.
Not yet.
The thing is no, because ChatGPT is it's like it's Elon Musk's company. So
Really?
there's no way they give. Yeah, it's OpenAI. OpenAI is founded by Elon Musk.
Damn.
Um. So yeah. So what is gonna happen? Did you see that Microsoft is already I don't know, have they finished it yet? But they're in the process of acquiring the entirety of it.
Really?
So what's gonna happen is because you know why like when you think about something like this, right? It's hard to imagine that it's free,
Yeah.
which is the case because a lot of people are saying like it's not gonna be like that for long. The reason why it's free right now because it's just free testing. Because with
Yeah.
any AI, you will want people to test the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So why not just make it free and then normally like if you want to like I don't know like if you go to any like software company, if you want people to test your product,
Yeah.
you have to hire them. But
Yes.
when you make it free and available online, you're just getting free testing.
Yes.
You're not like it doesn't require any money.
Yeah.
So basically, the reason why ChatGPT is free to use right now is just because they want to test it.
Yeah.
And once Microsoft reaches this, once the deal is sealed,
Mm.
it's basically Microsoft is gonna incorporate that into. I think they wanted to incorporate into like Bing, their search engine, or
What?
and even their browser, and then they're gonna use this as a direct competition to Google.
Oh no.
And then it's not hard to imagine that they might make this a subscription service or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, would you pay for it? Let's say it's 20
I mean,
bucks. Let's say it's 20 bucks a month. Would you pay for it?
if I need it, sure, yes.
The thing is, I would like, cause I want to open a bar and everything, right?
Hmm.
And the system for like like the all the money system, right?
Hmm.
When you like pay with card and all that, right? And where you have like a drinks section and all
Yeah,
that, yeah. So basically, apparently you can like adjust it to your likings, right? But the thing is, you need some background in programming, okay?
yeah,
And basically, I was thinking like, if I have Chat GPT, then what do I need, right? I don't need any programmer. I can just do everything myself. I just
hmm,
tell Chat because this is like literally easy, right? It's easy code, and
hmm,
it would just literally replace a whole person working for me. At
yeah,
least for a couple of hours. So I would definitely use something like this as at least for like a 1 month subscription, doing all the coding, and then
yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see like how they're gonna decide on the pricing model.
yeah. And the thing is, like, for example, I think it's really great for me as well, like, because, for example, I don't know how to do things in MATLAB, right?
Hmm.
And I just started using it for MATLAB and just start asking it questions and be like, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? And it's crazy. It's just helping me. You know, it's like a tool. So I think
Yeah.
that like they can really take money for this quite easily, and people will definitely like try to buy it, like
Hmm.
try to use it as a service. And I think it's legit. You know, I think it's okay actually for them to use it as a service. I just hope that honestly, like with big companies like Microsoft and all that. I mean, apparently it's already owned by Elon Musk, and
I mean, it's not owned by Elon Musk. It's like you know, when you do research, they're like you need money. You
yeah,
require funding. Like
so
this
it's
project
founded
is
by
funded by Elon
yeah.
Musk.
And I think honestly, I feel like honestly, if that tool is for free, I think it could improve a lot of things way faster if they would put it behind a paywall,
Yeah.
and it would also improve sort of
Yeah,
like the
just like you were saying, like it's gonna be cheaper than hiring like somebody to do it for you.
exactly.
Hopefully, yeah.
And honestly, I feel like many people they also don't want to like fight around with like a programmer and like you know adjusting to their time schedule and all that. If you can just do it yourself with an AI, it would I mean it's quite amazing. Have you like heard any other things where like AI is used for and like which is like improving your life? Or, like have
Yeah, like since we're already talking about like something like that, do you know like the recent outrage regarding another thing?
the drawing thingy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
like
That was a huge yeah. Let's talk
the
about that.
art like the artist community.
Yeah.
So there's like there's a lot of them actually.
Yeah, just quickly for the reference, I also used it for our podcast, and I typed in a little text to basically, well, find get a suitable picture as a background for our podcast, right? And
Yeah.
this is I think it's fucking hilarious, like what the AI came up with, because I said it's basically a German and a Chinese fighting against an AI, and I want the evening breeze on the picture, like, and have you seen
Yeah,
what it
cuz
says? Like, it's honestly, I don't even know who the Chinese or the
yeah,
German
look,
is.
the thing is the one that you're using is free, right?
Yes,
Yeah, because people already monetized
the
the
good ones.
images. Yeah, like the good ones cost money.
Yeah, but I think actually the one I got is amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. It's legit art. Okay, like should I like try to read you the text? Because it's sort of
Uh,
like a mix of German and English.
yeah, I've seen it already, but yeah, you can.
Okay, it says like feine Wurst, which is like sounds like fine sausage. Tenning,
Hmm.
Fring, Teer. I don't know what that means. The dreaming French. So I'm like the dreaming French.
Hmm.
They ne shiny, like as in Chinese, but like shiny.
Uh-huh.
Bermemening, whatever that means. Riddle, and then it's like looks like something like Russian or something. And just in the end, it's like Germanist, which sounds like something like Germanistic or something. I don't know. And do it.
Yeah,
It's just
I
really funny. It's just
yeah,
random
I
as
think it's
fuck.
just because you're using an image generation to generate text. So like
Yeah, but it's hilarious, honestly. And the best thing is the woman on the left. Like, what is this? Steven, tell me what is this?
yeah, but yeah, um like right now the most popular ones are those like the ones that can do like anime style
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen that.
those ones like those ones are like getting really good at
Yeah,
it. And then the reason behind it, do you know why?
because there's so many weeboos.
No, it's because there's more data.
Oh yeah, with anime, yeah. Well, of course, there's a lot of data, right?
So with image generations like this,
Mm-hmm.
like obviously the AI cannot draw.
Yeah.
Like it's not smart enough where it can draw stuff. So do you know how image generation works?
I guess you get the style of an artist, or like a
Yeah,
style.
it goes online and then goes through like millions of like images in the same category. It's
Yeah,
basically like imagine you go on Google Images and do a search. Be
yeah,
like,
and you just go through all that,
I
get the
want
style.
a German woman with brown hair and blue eyes,
Bro,
like that.
what did the AI do there though? Like, how is any of those two girls German?
That's why I'm saying like you. That's what you get for using the free one.
It's amazing.
So yeah, and then this kind of like caused like controversy in like the artist
Yes,
industry because they're like, well, you're essentially just using my work to make me jobless.
yes. What do you think of
Because
that actually?
I mean, it is hard to discuss, right? Because it is cheaper because the even the monetized one, I think it cost like 50 cents to generate one image.
Yes.
But imagine if you commission someone,
Yeah, exactly.
how much is that gonna cost?
Yeah.
But then yeah, like obviously there's the ethic part where it'd be like, well, you're just you're making like imagine like some guy just like some kid just come to your house like one day and be like what are you good at? Like say you're good at making cocktails, right?
Mm.
The kid is like, oh well, show me all your cocktails. And then you do that, and then the kid learns how to make all the cocktails that you know how to make. And
Yeah.
then he goes outside, be like,
I'll
I'll
make it
make
for
you a
50
cocktail.
cents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
50 cent. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's true
So
like that.
how does that make you feel?
No, obviously shit, but the thing is, I feel like there's a huge difference, okay, between like artists and like an AI. Because like the thing is, usually it's like a token of prestige, right? That you have art which you commissioned, right?
Hmm.
I think there's some sort of prestige, and then there's many people who are like a fan of artists. You know, for example, the thing is, imagine you can make the entire you could because the thing is, I'm playing Magic, right? And there's a lot of art, and the game is really loved because of its art as well, right? And
Hmm.
they always commission many artists. You could basically make an entire set out of AI generated, you know,
Yeah.
art. But the thing is, it wouldn't really have the same impact for the
But
people as like commission art because they have
but
artists who they really
the thing
like. Yeah.
is like if I present to you two images,
Mm-hmm.
one that's made by an actual artist, one that's made by an AI, will you able to tell me the difference?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, definitely. And this is actually a problem as well because like people have been like, not only people have been generating art with AI, right? Also artists have been generating art with an AI and just use it as their commissioned work as well.
Yeah, have you seen so in the Genshin Impact community,
Mm.
like something funny happened. So like a lot of artists like they stream on Twitch, like
Yeah.
they'll do their like they'll stream themselves working on a piece on
Yes.
Twitch. So this artist was drawing one of the characters in Genshin,
Mm.
and some guy just basically took like a sketch of the work that the artist is working on,
Mm-hmm.
and then feed that to an AI.
Mm-hmm.
So the AI completed the piece first, and then this guy posted on his Instagram first. Once the art is done, obviously the artist is gonna post on his Instagram.
Yeah.
So this guy went to this artist's Instagram and then called the artist out for plagiarizing.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, this is not fair, really, is it? But it's funny.
yeah,
And the thing is, like, I'm all for it that, it should be a job, where you get commissioned for doing art, right? Because
hmm,
actually, it is a lot of fun. But especially like in a digital world, right, where everything is becoming digital, it's very different when you have like a real person, like sitting there and like drawing,
yeah.
right?
I mean, I feel like this is just gonna essentially become the like, how like furnitures you can't have like a machine-made furniture that is cheap and available.
Yes.
But if you want to splash some more money, you can actually hire a person that handmades it for you, but it's gonna be way more expensive. So
Yes.
maybe it's just gonna be like say a real piece of art is gonna cost even more now, because like
Yes.
if you want a simple design or a simple art, yeah, you just go to an AI and make the AI do it.
Yeah. And the thing is, I also think it's probably going to wash out many of the bad artists, if I'm being honest. You know, the people like were just like barely hanging in there.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, the artists, like they're like that area of like it's already competitive enough, I feel like to be honest, like not a lot of artists make money. Like funny enough, artists like I don't know if this is true, but I feel like artists make more money once they're dead.
Yeah, no, it's true. Well, like
Yeah,
it depends, like if they get famous, otherwise they don't make
yeah,
any money as well. But
yeah.
I mean, this could happen, right? But the thing is, I think you are talking about a space where it's digital art, and it's really different from art, which is like, digital art is just different as well, because you do not need expertise of, the actual canvas of the material you're working with, because you're working with, for example, an iPad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also a little bit different there, and it is many people they can become like digital artists because the access to that is much easier, right? And not many people will succeed in that because if you really want to become a digital artist, you have to be like very great at it. You have to be really outstanding and to especially also like outstand from the AI. And I think nowadays becoming an artist has never been a job which is like easy to achieve, right? Otherwise, everybody would become an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So you really need talent. You really have to stand out from the crowd, and I think with AI nowadays, it would just like be even more so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I do feel sorry for many people who like are losing their jobs because of AI. I mean,
Yeah, like for example, it's hard for people to start now because a lot of like even good artists, they probably started off doing like commissions online,
yeah,
and then like so this is just gonna kill that like that way of earning money.
yeah. You know what? I really wonder because like I know that Magic the Gathering, they're using a lot of digital artists to make
Hmm.
work for them. I really wonder if they're gonna keep getting art from artists, or if they decide one day to just have like a whole set, for example, made by AI.
Yeah.
Because the thing with like Wizards of the Coast, who are like basically the company behind Magic of the Gathering, Magic,
Hmm.
the MTG, and they're known for being quite greedy these days with money, right? And well, I wonder what's going to happen in that regard. Well, another thing which is really like I feel like helping a lot of people though is actually have you ever heard about video editing with AI?
No.
So there's many services nowadays. One of them is Veed. I tried to use it, but they would only let me use the good features if I would pay them at least like I don't know, I think like 20 euros or something for like a month.
Oh,
So in the end, I decided not to use it. And but actually, Adobe
yeah.
and Adobe Premiere Pro, it's their video editing tool. They also have added many AI features where you can, for example, you have a song
Hmm.
and you don't want to just like cut the song in the middle of the song. You just like want to like make it shorter, right?
Hmm.
So basically, you can take the entire song, make it shorter, and the AI will cut at certain parts, so it will still sound like a cohesive entire song, just like shortened a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And there's also like one AI which is like tracking, for example, like tracking your head,
Hmm.
which is pretty cool. I think it's quite advanced actually as well. And like to do that manually would take you like a very long time, but using an AI is just like really amazing for these jobs. And then there's on the this app I just told you about, Veed, you can actually cut out the empty parts of your speech. Like for example, we have a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would take out all the pauses, all the M's, and each things of that. They would just cut it out.
Oh
And
yeah.
which I think is really cool as well. When you go like through Instagram or like through YouTube, they have these shorts, right? Or like even like on the Joe Rogan channel when they have the podcast, they have like these like
Oh.
7 minute videos where they talk about a
Uh-huh.
specific. Yeah, like it will actually automatically generate these. So for example, we had this
Interesting.
point talking about the university life with ChatGPT.
Uh-huh.
Like it would like take a snippet of that, cut it out, and like we could just upload it as a YouTube video. It's actually pretty
Yeah.
sick. And like
Yeah.
it takes out it takes out entire person's job basically, right?
Yeah. There's no need for editors anymore.
Exactly. I mean, there is a need for one editor, but it's not no need for like, like 2 or 3 editors. One is doing the YouTube shorts, one is doing the Instagram shorts, like for a company, right? It's actually much easier to just like hire somebody using Veed and just like creating those AI shorts and just upload them, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. So, I really think like we are prone to a paradigm shift in the use of AI and like tools to help us create things.
Yeah. You know, that kind of makes me glad that I am deciding to pursue, I guess, education instead of other stuff. Because I feel like, I don't know, do you think AI can teach people?
Honestly, for me, using the AI, I feel like I'm learning a lot more for at least like in programming now, right? When I try
Yeah.
to program, I feel like I learn a lot more than I did before because if you have used it before, it will actually always, whenever you do something, it will give you like an outline of what you're doing and like it will explain everything to you. And if you always read these things, I think it's actually quite helpful to understand what you're doing.
Mm. But yeah, it's
So it's quite
it
educational as well, I think. And I think it could be used for education.
yeah, but it's yeah, it's just kind of scary that fucking like then like what are people gonna do now?
Well, depends. I think there's still jobs, especially, that's the thing. Like, for example, I want to, I told you I want to open my own bar, etc., right? And the thing is, there should also be a robot, right? Who's able
Mhm.
to mix cocktails perfectly, right?
They they do have those.
Yeah, they do, but apparently what I've heard until now is the cocktails from them taste like shit, right?
Uh,
Well, like not as good as like from a real bartender.
yeah,
I
I
mean, but the
mean
thing
like
is, I honestly, but I think one day it will happen.
yeah,
You can't. Probably the robot will make better cocktails.
nobody is safe. You think you're good? Like you're fucked. Nobody is safe. Like back then, people think it's like, oh, if I know how to code, the AI doesn't know how to code, right? And then I was like, oh shit, bro.
You know what they said in the West before?
What?
If you know one thing to do really well, it doesn't matter because there will always be one Chinese kid who does it 10 times better than you, sitting somewhere in Asia.
Hmm.
uh,
But then now it's just like no
and that
matter
now it's
you.
the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I feel like for now, I'm just gonna use it as a tool, and I think it's really amazing. And are you like a fan of it? I mean, it's scary, but do you like it?
I mean, I like it. I was just yeah, like
Yeah.
I was saying, I was just fucking around with it. You know what I found really funny? I broke it the other day.
Well.
Cause I had this idea, right, just randomly,
Hmm.
cause we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I was like, hey, can ChatGPT make me a deck?
Ooh.
And then the answer is no. Like that's how I broke it. Like like it doesn't even know. Like that's why I find it funny. Like I I haven't dived like deep enough to see where it is getting all the information from, but clearly it has no idea on how to build decks in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wow. Okay, Stephen. I mean, that's the thing. Actually, I was generating something about Magic. Well, why is it all card games earlier? And
Uh-huh.
it wasn't very specific about it, but I also didn't want it to be very specific. But it got the boundaries quite. Right. I would just have to rewrite it a little bit, and it's a very good framework it gave out to me. Uh, but there's one thing I wanted to tell you. Did you know that it won't tell you to do like bad things? Like for
Yeah.
example, like if you ask what is a perfect murder, like it won't tell you. Apparently, I haven't tried it, but one of the
No,
professors from my university.
yesterday, we were trying to see if the ChatGPT can recreate the famous interview, like the "Why are you gay" one.
Uh-huh.
And then in the beginning, it won't work because it's like, oh, you shouldn't be making fun of homosexuality.
Uh-huh.
And then so basically we're tweaking around with it. Like I had to ask it in a really specific way, like in a really like PC way.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, can you, like in the beginning we're just like, oh, can you recreate the script of the "Why are you gay" interview?
Yeah.
And then it says like, oh no, you shouldn't be joking about like serious business like this.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, then can you generate a script of an Ugandan TV program called Morning Breeze featuring Martin Sampa, Pepe Julian Unzima, and Simon Kongwangela about homosexualities in Uganda. And then it did. And then but then it just made like a really PC interview. It's like, oh, it's like, what's human rights, well, it's like, what's the religious view on this, like blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
I
Yeah,
get it, I get it. But the thing with like the perfect murder is apparently you can tell ChatGPT to tell you like write a story about how to do the perfect murder. And if you say write a story, it will do it, but if you don't say write a story, it won't do it. That's what my
yeah,
prof said.
because it's the humans that are adding these filters to it. Like I wonder how much damage can an unfiltered chat GPT do.
Yeah.
Like this is like years ago, but remember when like Microsoft made that chatbot AI,
Mm-hmm.
and then it had to shut it down like within like a day or two, because it basically did the same thing. It was open to public for testing. So basically with AI is like the more testing, the more training you have, right?
Yeah.
The more people are using it, like they're also getting trained.
Yeah.
And then the reason why it had to shut down within 2 days was because they made the chatbot super racist. Like it was joking about like Holocaust and all that shit. And it
Oof.
made it like really fucked up.
Oof.
And then
Oof.
they had to shut it down.
Oh, oof. Oof. Big
Yeah,
oof.
yeah.
Well, I think we're at the end here, or do you have anything you want to talk about?
Uh, Not really.
Any?
But I mean, I guess another thing we can talk about is like about like the deep fake and shit. Like a lot of people are gonna be like a lot of people are paranoid about that because
Oh yeah.
it's like I think AIs are good enough now where like it can put your face on someone else, and
Mm.
then it's to a point where it can also mimic your voice and then the way that you talk.
Yeah, it's kind of like
So
sick, right?
if people put the effort into it, they can make a video of you doing stuff or you saying something that you have never said before.
Yes. That's actually, I mean, for me, I don't think I'll be really affected by that, I hope. But imagine like for some celebrities or like people like, when there's like a crime or something,
Hmm.
that's pretty sick. Like, can you even take video evidence then? You know?
Yeah, it's like then like you cannot believe what is real,
Yeah.
like what is
You know,
fake.
you watched Case Closed, right? Detective Conan.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the episodes with the what's it called, the Black Gang, or
Yeah.
yeah, the Black Organization. And yeah, they always like had like these masks, and they would just pull them off, and they're like, oh no, it's like somebody else, right? And you never knew like who is who.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is the same thing, you know? It's like you just like don't know.
Yeah. So it's kind of easy to frame people.
Yeah, that's pretty bad as well. Yeah, I hope. But man, it has been going on like this for ages now, right? I mean, if you look on Instagram, you know how some of the guys and girls look there. Amazing, you know, and it's all fake with filters and all that.
Yeah,
So
that's why another point is like fucking social media.
yeah,
Social media is literally gathering free, like social media is it's gathering free data for all the AIs
yeah,
because anything you post on there is just free game. Like
yeah,
people don't have to ask your permission to use it.
yeah,
And then like I for my own research, we've been just using data from TikTok.
yeah.
like because we're doing this like human pose tracking thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the hardest one that you like if we want to test it, the hardest one you can test it with is just with dances. And then where do you think you can find a lot of dances
Yeah,
for no cost? Just go on TikTok.
yeah, for
Everyone's
sure.
dancing. Different race, different body shape, different whatever, different age.
Ah,
It's all free game. So yeah,
yeah.
people that's posting all this shit online is just free real estate for the AI.
Researchers, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Man, I really wonder where we're going with this. It's sick to experience and it's sick to see that something like this is working, right? But
Mhm.
scary at the same time, yeah.
That's why like another good question that you can ask is like do you like how far or do you think we will ever get AI that have sentience?
Sentience,
Yeah.
like as in like
E-
feelings and stuff.
Emotions, yeah,
Mm.
like where they can actually think for themselves.
Honestly, this is the thing, like, because the thing is, the more you feed, uh, this is people are like comparing it to kids, where when you feed a kid with information and all that, like it's generating their own sort of behavior with it, right?
Hmm.
And some people say it will be similar with an AI. Like you will feed the AI with information, etc., and it will process it, but at one point it will stop processing it the way you want it to. It will process it itself, and it will sort of like have like some sort of emotion then, right?
Yeah.
And that's also really scary. But yeah, that would be crazy, right? Because
Because
then
did
then this is
you
the question: what is real, what is not?
yeah, did you play the game Detroit Become Human?
No.
Yeah, it's basically like it's that game is about like it's like I mean it's a topic that's done by a lot of games and movies before, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's just about how
The
like
Matrix.
they're making androids and then like where the androids realize that they also have feelings
Oh yeah,
instead of
what was that movie called with Gosling?
I I Robot. It's not that one.
No, it's like Blade Runner, I think. Was it
Oh
Blade Runner?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there was a new one, Blade. Yeah, there was one with Mr. Ford.
yeah. So that's why I'm wondering is like how far away are we from that?
Yes.
Because like say like even like 5 years ago, you say oh it's like you know that fucking computers can make computer programs, you'll laugh. You'll be like what the
Yeah.
fuck, no way. But then now we have it.
Yeah, and it's actually quite scary close to like making its own computer program and doing its own things.
Yeah.
Man. I feel like it's really important that, on another note, it's really important that people, also stay out in nature, stay away from computers, stay away from social media and all that, and just like be healthy in their own mind. Because the thing is, it is scary, right? And if everything is always connected, we were born into easier lives, I feel like, living
Yeah.
outside in nature, and this is so very soothing for our soul and for our energy, and yeah, go outside more.
Touch grass.
Touch grass. Yeah, I think that's a good way to end the podcast.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go touch some grass.
really, that's beautiful.
I
Well,
literally have grass outside my door now.
I'm so you're probably thankful for the flood.
Yeah, I guess.
That's great. That's good to hear. Well, then, thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast. If you feel so inclined, you should like all subscribe to it. Steven is a very nice boy. He would be so happy if you all subscribe, and you would make his day. And yeah, see you in the next podcast of the Evening Breeze.
Yes, and this episode is generated entirely by ChatGPT. Goodbye.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream here.